Hello again everybody, and welcome to a new series in Il-2 Sturmovik Battle of Stalingrad. And this is going to be sort of a Let's Try campaign series where I just take the aircraft up in the campaign that I've read a lot of good things about and see how I like it. I've never flown this simulation before. I used to fly the original Il-2 way back in the day when that first came out. Haven't really done anything in this style of simulator in a long time. I've been flying mainly DCS, but I'm going to give this a shot and see what it has to offer. Now, if there were ever an aircraft that just fits my style of flying, it's definitely the Il-2. It's a kind of a low-level ground attack aircraft. I'm not going to mix it up with any fighters in an air-to-air combat role, and it's just going to be a lot of good times low to the ground, blowing stuff up. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this thing and see where it takes us. So I'm just going to go to the campaign and get this started. So Battle of Stalingrad campaign and Chapter 1. It looks like we have an introductory video, so let's go ahead and check that out.
1942, Kerch, Kharkov, Sebastopol, Voronezh. The next goal of the German offensive, Stalingrad. July the 17th, several patrol units engaged the enemy for the first time on the city's outskirts, 8 kilometers to the southeast of Morozovskaya. August the 22nd, the German 6th Army forges the River Don and gains a foothold on the bank, 45 kilometers wide. August the 23rd, the Luftwaffe's 4th Air Fleet bombers conduct a ferocious raid that wreaks havoc on Stalingrad. Despite the efforts of the Soviet Air Force and Soviet anti-aircraft artillery, the whole city turns into ruins within hours, burying tens of thousands of civilians under the debris and rubble. The Germans launch 4 ruthless assaults on Stalingrad during the period from the 14th to the 20th of September. It was an exhausting and terrifying struggle, both on land and in the air. The situation becomes critical for the defenders, but they aren't going to give up the city. Not a step back. There is no land behind the Volga.
Okay, there we go. Very cool. And what this means is that if I do really get into this simulation, there's going to be a lot of reading to do and a lot of research. And that's, to me, that's what any kind of a simulation that you get into, whether it's a flight sim or just a war game, strategy type simulation for that matter, it serves to put real-world happenings into perspective. And it's a great opportunity to just learn about the Battle of Stalingrad as we go. So let's go ahead and jump into Chapter 1. And it looks like we have a number of missions to choose from. Some of them are locked, so it looks like it's going to progress as I go. I have one available, and that's going to be in the Lag 3, version 29. So, well, that's my only choice. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, mission duration short or full. So I can either start in the air or go for the full mission. Let me see if I can even do the full mission. I don't think I can. Now, mission difficulty, normal or expert. And it looks like this is going to affect the information that's presented to me as we get into the sim, and I don't mind flying it as a short or like a normal difficulty. I mean, this is just an introduction for me to the simulation engine itself, so I don't have to do this full reel by any means, or what I imagine would be full reel. And mission type. So it looks like I'll be able to select various types depending on the plane that I'm flying in. Okay, so it's not going to be as ground attack oriented as I was expecting until we get later into it and start to unlock some stuff. So, okay, looks like my only option, in fact, is to do a short, normal difficulty mission as an intercept. Okay, yeah, sounds good to me. I'll take it. Now, let's go ahead and start the mission. Okay, and we are presented with a mission briefing after all. I get the gist of it now. This is more of like a tutorial as we get started. So, okay, tip number 1, read the mission briefing. Yep, obviously. Number 2, make yourself familiar with your mission route. Okay, got it. And then take off and proceed with the mission by clicking start. But let's have a look at the briefing and see what all we're going to get. Now, my home field, it would be 11 kilometers at 288 for a minute 28 to the waypoint. That's going to be over Duboka on the other side of the Volga. Then just follow the Volga down, 223 for 11 and that's going to be a minute 30 to the airfield at Pichuga. Then back across the Volga to the exit point and back to base. So a very short mission. So I'm going to be starting at this waypoint, so I just need to follow the Volga to the aircraft intercept point and then come off to the exit point. So Okay, that's easy enough. Okay, waypoints where the aircraft starts, action point, that's where everything happens, exit point, that's where I need to get to successfully complete the mission and accumulate mission career points. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to get subtitle directions as I'm in the air. Okay, sounds good. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Okay, now we're starting off. I'm at the waypoint and I need to proceed to the action point. So that's just going to be flying straight ahead. Oh boy, look at this terrain. Everything is wide. It's beautiful, beautiful terrain out there. Okay, let me zoom the view back out. Okay, so I've got the Volga, and I have no... Okay, there we go. Auto level up. Now I've got control of the aircraft. Okay, let me get my throttle back up. And we'll go ahead and fly this thing out there. So about halfway there, 223. Let me see, I've got my magnetic compass. And what else do I have here? Airspeed indicator, I've got a clock, fuel gauge, altimeter, turn and slip indicator. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Okay, let me go ahead and get some altitude since I am planning on intercepting an aircraft out here at some point. I don't think I have any kind of a wingman. Okay, at this point I should complete the mission goal. It could be enemy bombers intercept, ground attack, etc. This is a training mission and you have completed your task. Now proceed to the exit point. Okay, that is easy enough. Now the airfield, let's see if I can identify it visually down there. Oh, a different type of terrain, but yeah, very, very smooth. Very cool to look at. Okay, there's the airfield. Let me pull the throttle back in. I need to learn some settings for engine RPMs and manifold pressure at some point. Okay, but let's take it back around to 102. Come back across the Volga that we can see down below us. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I'm pegged out on my pitch trim. And apparently I have some sort of a roll trim. I wonder if the real aircraft has that. Okay, so 102. Come back around to the right just a touch. And this will take me right on out to the exit point. And I've also got the map, of course, to the bottom right that I can follow along with. And I'm sure I'll have all kinds of options when it comes to configuring the interface. I have a whole lot of stuff up there to my right I don't fully understand. Okay, I've reached the exit point. This is the earliest opportunity to finish successfully and gain career experience points for it. Okay, I can go ahead and hit escape. Yeah, I might just do that. I would normally just fly it all the way to the landing, but yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this one and just kind of do what it tells me. So let's go ahead and hit escape and get out of this mission. Okay, mission complete. Let's see what else we get here as far as a debrief. I got some experience points, so I'm going to be leveling up my pilot. I think that's going to unlock additional modifications for the aircraft and just give me a whole lot more things to do. Okay, new modification, 23mm gun for the, I'm assuming for the aircraft I was just in. Young pilot certificate, gee, thanks a lot. Okay, and there we go, 2 minutes 46 seconds, 60 XP, no victories, in service, 60 total. Okay, experience points for completing the primary mission objective, taking off a landing, targets destroyed, and kill assets. The final amount of points is also affected by pilot condition at the mission end and difficulty level. Okay, I'll take that and let's go ahead and finish out. Okay, and it takes us right back to this mission selection screen. I think what's going on here, these aren't missions, these are just air bases. So I'm still flying out of Rakinka. So let's see what else we have. Okay, same aircraft type. I'll go with the short normal mission again. Mission type ground attack. Now we're talking. So the mission is to destroy enemy ground objects with a ground assault strike. The goal can be achieved only with the use of ground attack planes and fighters with specific armament. Okay, I'll take that. And let's see, I have a new modification. Go to the hangar. I don't think I'll do that just yet. Or will I? I don't even know how to do that, in fact. I think I have to go back to... Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to plane setup. I think that's why that's there. And see what we can do here. Now, what did I unlock? I have no idea. I know I had a gun, so... Okay, now I've got the 23mm gun on the aircraft. Okay, I've got different ammo types I can take up for different combat mixes for... I wonder what type these are. High explosive or armor piercing combinations, I would think so. I'll just take the default. And let's see. Okay, I haven't unlocked any of the additional paint schemes yet, so yeah, I'm seeing how this works. It's going to be progressing based on those points that I accumulate, and more stuff will unlock as I go, which is, yeah, cool. Okay, gun convergence, 400 meters. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. That's a little bit of a longer range than I guess I would like to fire, but I'll take that. Okay, accept. Okay, ground attack in the lag 3. Okay, so training mission 2, ground attack. Target enemy vehicle column. When performing ground attack missions, you should attack and destroy enemy ground units. My task is to proceed to the action point, and at the action point, attack an enemy vehicle column. When the task is completed, head to the exit point. So it's the same basic area that I was in, just a little bit to the south and to the east. Follow subtle subtitle directions to successfully complete your training. So let's go ahead and jump into the aircraft. Okay, back into the aircraft. Okay, I'll throttle back just a touch. Okay, now my map is updated. I'm at the first waypoint. I need to proceed to the action point, which is going to be due south, 182, or just a little bit west of due south. So it's going to be a left-hand turn. Okay, auto level off. Apparently there's some sort of an autopilot built into this. Let me zoom out so I get a normal view here. Okay, 182 would be right about there. Now I need to look out here for a column. I'm not sure visually what to expect in Illusion 2, how far out I'll be able to pick these guys up or anything like that. Okay, proceed to the action point, the little subtitle tells me. Okay, so I should have something out there. Okay, I've got a column. Vehicles on the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly 6 vehicles. And that would be, well, I assume that's going to be my target. Okay, that is at the right location, just to the left. Okay, reach the waypoint and complete the primary goal, attack the column. That's the only column I see in town right there, so to speak. So, okay, let me just line up on this road, roll in on these guys, and go for it. Okay, so I have the fixed gun sight that I'll be able to use for reference, and I'm pretty sure I have the guns mapped to my trigger. Okay, so let's roll in. See what we can make happen here. I'll throttle in just a touch. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, that's better. And just follow these guys on up. Okay, let me come up on that pass. I was a little trouble with the alignment, getting the right rudder response, or at least, well, I mean, it is the right rudder response, but I should say the rudder response that I was expecting to get, just based on mostly DCS. Okay, still got them inside. It looks like they might have halted. And I've got to figure out something better to use as zoom controls. Right now I've got it as my mouse wheel. That's the default setting. One guy's smoking down there. Okay, so I did hit the 2 lead vehicles, so that's going to cluster them up a little bit. And just come back around for one more pass on these guys, and I'll try not to get so low. I've got to remember that I can run into trees in Illusion 2. Whereas I can't do that in DCS. I could just go on down to the ground. Okay, they're right there by those smokers. Okay, rolling back in. Sure, I'm fine on airspeed, but I'm going to pull the throttle in just a touch more. Keep it coming around. Okay, that was some good hits. Okay, pull out of the dive. Come off left. Okay, mission target or mission task completed. Proceed to the exit point. Okay, I'll take that as good to go. Okay, exit point's going to be north and to the east. So, okay, there's north. Actually, that would be northeast off to my right now. Okay, I'll take this. Okay, 9 kilometers, a minute 13 seconds out. So, okay, yeah, very cool. Very, very nice aircraft. Boy, nice cockpits too. Just looking around. Different experience from DCS. You don't have clickable cockpit interaction, but yeah, still though, I mean, the modeling and the overall presentation is very good. Lots of detail built into it. Okay, so I need to bring it off to the right just a touch. 068 was my heading, so I was flying at about 045 there, so I need to compensate by going back around to almost a little bit closer to due east to get out of here. Okay, I've reached the exit point. This is my earliest opportunity to finish and successfully gain career points. So, yeah, I will take it right here. Let me go ahead and exit the mission and see what all we get. Okay, mission complete. And it looks like I got a few more experience points. Up to 68 now. I'm still at level 2. Okay, got 2 kills. Okay, 4 minutes on the total mission. 100% in service, 68 experience points total. Let's go ahead and finish it out. And we're right back here to the 3rd mission. So still in lag 3. Okay, now I have the option, finally, to fly a full mission. So I start on the airfield. Okay, that'll work. Okay, intercept mission. Still is the only option here, and it still only has normal as the difficulty that's available. I'll click OK. And sure, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now I guess on second thought, there is more information here that I just wasn't seeing. It looks like I do have enemy aircraft expected right here. This is where I'm going to do the intercept, but I don't know, I think as we get into it, okay, it looks like I have friendly aircraft circling right here, enemy aircraft circling down here. I think that's just advisory in nature. I don't think that's specific to a mission of any kind. But, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. All this stuff will be explained as we go, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and hit start. And now I'm on training mission number 3, intercept. Intercept type mission task is to intercept and destroy enemy bombers at the action point. It is important to remember that bombers are usually with cover by enemy fighters. The full mission type have takeoff and landing procedures after mission task completing. Your task is to perform a successful takeoff, proceed to the action point, attack the enemy plane at the action point, and proceed to the exit point, and either finish the mission there or proceed back to the home field. I'll do that this time. Okay, so it's going to be takeoff 268 for 11, left-hand turn 200 for 13, action points, that same area we've been working over, and then left-hand turn 072, exit point over an airfield, and then back to my home field. And yeah, that's about as straightforward as it gets. But I think it's about time to put a break into the video right here, and I'll come back next time and get into these more in-depth missions that it looks like we're running into. So, as always with the new series, if you're enjoying these videos and like the stuff that I do, please do consider hitting the like button or subscribing to the channel or leaving a comment. It really does help out a lot. Your feedback is much appreciated, and also those likes do help me when it comes to biasing the search results a little bit in my favor and getting more viewers and growing the channel. So that's always appreciated. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.